You ever had that gut feeling, like someone's thinking about you, not just casually, but intensely? Well, when a woman craves you, truly desires you on a level that bypasses logic, she starts sending out signs she can't even control. They're unconscious, biological, emotional, and once you see them, you'll never unsee them again. But here's the catch. Miss these signs, and you might walk away from something extraordinary. Spot them, and you'll see the raw truth behind her walls, even if she never says a word. Stay with me, because these aren't your average "how to tell if she likes you" tips. These are deep psychological markers, wired in her biology and emotion. And the last one? It's so powerful, most men never experience it because they give up too soon. Let's start with the first sign. You're going to love this one. 1. Her eye contact isn't just long, it's loaded. When a woman craves you, it's not always what she says that gives her away, it's what her eyes do. One of the most telling signs is eye contact that lingers just a little longer than it should. But this isn't just flirtation. It's an unconscious form of focus. Her pupils may dilate slightly, her blink rate slows, and her gaze softens. Not because she's trying to seduce you, but because her body is reacting to your presence on a chemical level. Studies show that sustained eye contact triggers the release of oxytocin in the brain, the hormone responsible for emotional bonding and trust. It's often called the love drug for a reason. She may not even realize she's doing it, but her biology is pulling her closer to you, rewiring how she sees you, literally and emotionally. But here's where most men get it wrong. They panic. They break eye contact too quickly, misreading her intensity as discomfort or awkwardness. Don't do that. If she's craving you, the silence between gazes is electric. Let it linger. Let the tension build. That's where connection lives. And hey, if she's staring at you like you're the last slice of pizza at a party, you're not imagining things. You're being psychologically devoured. Let that sink in. Because the next sign? It's not just visible, it's audible, and it might catch you off guard. 2. Her voice changes, and not the way you expect. Have you ever noticed a woman suddenly talking to you in a tone that feels different, softer, more relaxed? Almost like she's gently wrapping her words in velvet? That's not random. That's not polite small talk. That's attraction speaking without permission. When a woman craves you, her voice tends to drop in volume and soften in tone. But don't confuse this with shyness. It's a primal shift. Her nervous system is adapting to your presence, signaling vulnerability, curiosity, and trust, all in one sentence. Think about that. She's subconsciously modifying her entire vocal delivery just to stay in sync with you. Biologically, it's tied to mating cues. Research shows that women often speak more slowly and melodically around someone they're drawn to. This shift isn't something she's practicing, it's instinct. Her voice becomes a gateway, less commanding, more inviting. But here's the interesting twist. This vocal transformation is easy to miss because it's subtle. It doesn't scream, "I want you." It whispers it. And if you're not present, truly tuned into her energy, you'll overlook it. So if she suddenly sounds like she's narrating a romantic commercial about moonlight and mystery, she's not selling perfume. She's craving connection. And that craving? It doesn't stop at her voice. In fact, it starts to show up in her body language next, especially when her subconscious can't keep up with how fast she's feeling you. 3. She mirrors you without knowing it. Here's something most men never notice, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. When a woman truly craves you, she starts to mirror your behavior, not because she's copying you on purpose, but because her subconscious mind is syncing with yours. She adjusts her posture when you shift. She picks up her drink shortly after you do. She laughs just after you laugh. These aren't coincidences. They're reflections of emotional resonance. This phenomenon is known in psychology as mirroring, and it's a classic indicator of trust and desire. Her brain is essentially saying, "I want to align with you. I want to feel what you're feeling." It's an ancient social tool used for bonding, and when a woman starts doing it without realizing, it means you've entered her emotional space deeply. Now, you don't need to call it out. In fact, don't. Just stay present. When she starts moving in rhythm with you, you've gone beyond attraction. You've stepped into connection. If you cross your legs and suddenly she looks like she's preparing for a synchronized yoga routine, don't panic. You didn't start a new fitness class. She's just craving your vibe. But this is only the surface, because when her body starts reacting without her permission, she won't just mirror you. She'll start to fidget, shift, and move in ways that scream emotional overload. Let's talk about that next. 4. She gets fidgety around you. But it's not anxiety. Here's a sign that most guys misread completely. She starts fidgeting. You might think she's bored, distracted, or even uncomfortable, but slow down. Because what you're really seeing is her body struggling to handle emotional overflow. When a woman craves you, truly desires your presence, her internal emotional state gets charged. Her heart rate increases. Her breathing shifts. Her nervous system enters what psychologists call heightened arousal. That doesn't mean she's ready to jump into something intimate. It means she's overloaded with feeling. And that's when the small movements start. She's twirling her hair, adjusting her clothes, bouncing her foot, tapping a straw or fidgeting with her jewelry. None of this is conscious. It's not calculated flirtation. It's leakage. Her craving for connection is spilling out through physical gestures she can't control. This is the point where most men either get insecure or withdraw. Don't. The Stoic path teaches us to stay grounded amidst chaos, and that includes emotional energy. Just notice, observe, and stay steady. If she's folding a napkin into an origami swan while asking you where you're from, she's not training for a paper art competition. She's unraveling emotionally in real time. And the more she tries to hide it, the more intense it gets. But what happens when she stops fidgeting and starts emotionally testing you instead? That's a whole new level of craving, and it's where most men either level up or fall apart. Let's break it down. 5. She tests you emotionally. Just to feel close. When a woman craves you, but isn't fully sure she's safe emotionally, she'll test you, subtly, playfully, and sometimes sharply. She might tease you, challenge your ideas, or say something like, "You're so full of yourself, aren't you?" Don't take the bait. This isn't rejection, it's a probe for strength. Her subconscious is asking, "Can I push against you without breaking you?" She's not trying to hurt you, she's trying to feel you. Emotional tests are her way of measuring your confidence, your control, your depth. It's classic female psychology, craving wrapped in chaos. If you stay calm, even playful, she'll feel a powerful mix of safety and attraction, and her emotional defenses will quietly lower. But if she starts doing the next thing, everything changes. Because now, she's not just craving you. She's mentally rehearsing a future with you. And you better be ready for that shift. 6. She mentally plans around you, without saying a word. This is where craving turns into attachment, and most men miss the signs. She starts mentioning places you should go, talks about events you'd enjoy, casually says, "You'd love that movie," or "That place is so your vibe." Notice the pattern. She's placing you in her future, piece by piece. Psychologically, this is called mental nesting. It's a subconscious way women test emotional compatibility. She's mapping her life and seeing where you fit. But here's the kicker. She doesn't even realize she's doing it. Her brain is already weaving you into her plans because it feels right, not because she's trying to trap you. If she starts planning imaginary road trips with you and you haven't even had coffee yet, don't freak out. You're not in a romantic hostage situation. You're deep in her emotional gravity. And if you've spotted more than one of these signs, let's wrap up with what it all means and what you should never do next. So, if she stares a little too long, speaks a little too softly, mirrors your moves, fidgets like she's short-circuiting, emotionally pokes at you and starts imagining a future with you, she's not playing games, she's craving you. The question is, can you handle it with the strength, patience, and presence of a grounded man? Want more Stoic dating wisdom and rare psychological insights like these? Then subscribe right now and turn on the bell, because I've got a new video coming that breaks down exactly what to do when a woman pulls away after craving you, and how to respond like a masculine Stoic, not a reactive boy. Until then, watch the signs, trust your presence, and never chase what should be flowing to you naturally.